Japanese Spider-Man.
Yahoo!
Welcome back to Video Game Figure Collector, and for this episode, we will be taking a tour on the Bandai Museum that hosts Ultraman, Godzilla, Gundam, and a whole other stuff that Bandai produces. And as always, I am your Pinoy otaku in Japan but not in Tokyo, Hage Potato. Now let's get inside. And now guys, I don't know when the dub was created, but seeing Kamen Rider do, he's the original dub master. Now, guys, just look, we have just proceeded inside, and the first thing that we saw is Granddaddy Gundam over here. Just take that in. Whew. Hey, they even have the manholes for the different stages. So nice, so nice. The general charge for 1,000 yen for adults only. For senior citizens, 800. Children, 600. Under 3 is free. If you just want the Edison section, it's only gonna cost 100 yen. Hey, Haro! Oh, please do not touch. But I wanna touch. No touching, no touching, no touching.
こちらパンフレットですね。
はい。
イングリッシュかジャパニーズどちら
英語です。お願いします。
お待たせいたしました。どうぞ。
はい、ありがとうございます。110 scale. This is something that you would only wish to build if you were a gunpla builder. 110 scale. Section of the museum. We are still in the main lobby. Now, if you are familiar with the Universal Century animes, so those would be from the original Gundam all the way up to Unicorn Gundam. This would be the scenes that you would have seen through those animes. There are descriptions down below, but they are only in Japanese. So I would highly advise you to bring somebody who knows Gundam along. Now we are in the last shooting section. Now this is Siyong, and as you can see here, here's the battle damage head of RX-78-2 from their last encounter with Siyong. Amuro! Sea Gundam cockpit. And this is from the Unicorn Gundam. I'm so glad that they have the manholes in display here, because one of my plans was to actually hunt these manholes down so that I would be able to take a picture, so I don't need to do that anymore. So we are just at the entrance right now, and already we are overwhelmed with the Gundam exhibit, and this is really making me want to start building gunpla as soon as we finish this. I'm so glad wifey is enjoying herself right now. Maybe after this, she will buy me a new gunpla. Okay guys, surprisingly, there is a Thomas Edison section in the Bandai Museum. So we'll just check it out real quick. We should be thankful because of light bulbs. What's that doing there? Well, wifey's enjoying the Edison exhibit, so that's a huge plus. It's just a small room. Luckily, there's not much people here right now. Through the Japanese toy section, which houses the history of Japan toys and also a mixed match of different genres from Sailor Moon, Ultraman, all the way to more recent toys like One Piece and Kimetsu no Yaiba. Guys, I don't know why this is here. I've seen this toy before as the worst reviewed toy ever. You just feed it and wait for it to poop. so hyped whenever I see video game related toys, even if it's something that I have not played before, like this one, Animal Crossing. Time for my favorite section, as always, video games. This has gotten me through a lot through the years, so seeing a collection like this is one of those things that I would want to achieve, to be able to display at my very own space. But unfortunately, space is something that I do not have right now. But seeing all of these video games right here, especially that Cloud, those figures, I have not known that those figures exist, so that's something to hunt for in the future. I only had the FF7 remake static arts right now, or rather trading arts. So much good stuff, so much memories in this cabinet right here. Now, here we see another thing that I want to be able to collect, those Rockman figures. I really love Rockman and I'm so gaga over it. By the way, guys, I have that exact same Mario figure at home, but it's damaged and I'm also missing the mushroom. So maybe I'd be able to see some mushroom on second hand. Batman, Batman. Now, I would just like to take this time to really promote this place, because just looking at this old toys, even though I don't collect these toys, even though I have not owned any of these toys during my childhood, but seeing these toys evolve from what we see now to what they are now in the modern times, it is such a wide eye opener and is so educational, and the experience is just so enlightening that we are really blessed to be able to have the toys we have now. Of this toy. This is the Gachapon from 1970. This is the original real-life loot box. Kamen Rider section. Now, I'm not knowledgeable about Kamen Rider, but I did watch this one. Now, this is the Kamen Rider that I grew up watching. Rider Geek! Turbo Ranger. Wipey. Okay, so far this is the only part of the exhibit that I dislike because look at this. But still, so many soft and one piece of those usually costs around 2,000 to 5,000 yen. The man, Spider-Man, radioactive. I want that Ghost Rider type.
So cute. Sentai tokusatsu, guys. This is one of those that I am so familiar with. Man Rider. YP's taking a picture of Bioman because this is one of those shows that she was able to watch. This part I'm excited about because I see Daimos and I think that is one of the first Daimos figures ever released. Now I also see Boltus 5. Now if you're not familiar with this robot, oh Voltron, anyway, if you are not familiar, these are the most famous robots in the 90s in the Philippines. Japanese Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Now Akira, this is such a nice surprise because one of those animes that has a cult following that I'm really excited about. It was mind-blowing at that time. This is the Power Rangers. I hope you are enjoying the tour, but I would just like to take a moment from this tour and just really would ask for your like, your subscribe, because eventually, maybe after 2 years or so, I hope to be able to do this as a job rather than a hobby. Anyway, thanks for all the support. Enjoy the rest of the tour. We are now in the Shonen Jump section of the tour. Now, as you can see here, here's Saint Seiya. Now, if you have been watching most of my toy hunts, this section would actually look familiar with what you have seen in my toy hunts, because these are all the things that are really shown, or rather most people collect this type of toys, and they are the ones that we mostly see on the recycle shops. But even if that is the case, seeing them here displayed like that one from, I think that's from a McDonald's Naruto display, and some of these old Yu Yu Hakusho and Rurouni Kenshin and Bleach figures are hard to come by. So still seeing them like this and seeing those one piece ships displayed all together like that, up to the Kimetsu no Yaiba here, you could really appreciate the history, and much more so some rare finds like this macros right over here and some kero over here. So still worthwhile to see them displayed like this. Okay guys, so I think we are around 2/3 done with the tour, and based on what we saw, it's really I really recommend going here, because not only you would be able to take a glimpse of all of the toys from the past, but they also placed in newer toys here, so that you would be able to see the evolution of the toys. And it's so far 2/3 in, plus, really recommended. Even YP is happy. Look, she saw Tamagotchi. We're now going to the last section, which is the World Toy Museum section, and also the Hobby Museum on the back. Some beautiful jazz music. Monkey, monkey, monkey. gunpla before going to this museum because I could fully appreciate all of this gunpla here. Now, if you are a gunpla builder, it just does not stop with simply building the gunpla. You actually the moment you start opening up, you see the runners. The first time it's overwhelming, but once you have fully finished building your first gunpla, you just want to improve your skills in building it. Maybe do some coloring, do some weathering on it. Then you think of other ways to improve, or sometimes you might want to experiment and kit bash. Now, these are rarer finds if you actually could find them because um, these are rarely sold in the retail shops, but you could actually find them in some places like Tommy the Hobby. Now, this particular place here, this is from the Unicorn Gundam, and this I have not seen this for sale. Now, these are the Lego Gundams. I've seen them on second-hand shops. This is the mascot, Haro. Yeah, you could actually see him from the first Gundam. This looks like a last shooting. Now, I really love this particular piece because so artistic, it's so Gundam, just so mesmerizing to look at, and I love the color scheme, the monotone, the whites on the Sakus and the bronze on the Gundam, just so beautiful. Guys, and we're done, and they actually gave us some presents that we will be looking at later. I didn't expect that, but you know, they missed out on one important thing. They did not have any toy store or souvenir store here, which is such a shame because after touring the Bandai Museum, the first thing that I would want to do right now is go and buy a new gunpla. So they really should have a place, a gift store, toy store, or whatever. So that is it, and we really do recommend going out to this Bandai Museum if you're into tokusatsu, Sentai, gunpla, or toy collecting in general, because I really did enjoy the experience, and for 1,000 yen it is truly worthwhile. Anyway, that's it from us. Hope to see you on our next vlog. This Geek NYP is out of here. And these are the freebies that they gave us. Now, this one I'm familiar with. This is from Wing Gundam Proto Zero, and this one I'm not so familiar with. It's like a mishmash of Dual Gundam and Blitz Gundam. So I'm not really sure which Gundam this is, but if you know, please comment down in the comment section down below. And I'm not really familiar with which line these Gundams are, but still I'm so happy that we got some souvenirs from the museum, and it's a freebie. Anyway, that's it for the freebies, and hope to be able to know more about this, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Thank you so much for watching, and on the next vlogs, expect some figure reviews, some more geek vlogs and content that would focus on video games and toy collecting here in Japan. See you guys on the next vlog. Thank you very much.